can you provide us with your perspective on the current situation regarding Israel's military operations in southern Lebanon?
Well, first of all, I'm really worried because of we are definitely at the brink of collapse, not only of the one sec, I'm sorry, not only of the what is happening now, but more importantly, the brink of another humanitarian catastrophe. Well, we just had a few days ago the huge possibility of the counter-strike, and what we can expect now is unfortunately um, not only a crisis, but as well a situation when we have both internal and external displacement. Uh, the, the IOM itself is looking for at least, as its matrix says, displacement tracking at least 3,500 people, which has been internally displaced. Um, Approximately 137 are in collective shelters, and the situation is basically deteriorating. 10,000 families already have fled their homes, and unfortunately, we might see the situation that literally we are in the brink of another world war, which is absolutely terrifying. While we can see the UN, let's say, UN actions towards like keeping all the worst scenarios down. Unfortunately, we can see that Israeli army is initiated a ground operation in the southern Lebanon for sure. Is going to be more restricted, more controlled approach from their IDF. And while I'm quite hesitant when we come to comprehensive war, I'm extremely concerned about the security and the escalating conflict with Hezbollah, which basically will shred into pieces the broader regional stability, or this remaining stability and peace which we still have in the MENA region. I'm very much worried about what will be the possible consequences, especially when we will see the retaliatory strikes from one to another, which will basically lead to the ramification of civilian population, both domestically in the Lebanon, but as well for those who will flee the war and strikes. To countries which are the neighborhood countries, we have already a catastrophe when in the humanitarian term in Gaza and in Palestine, with a very long, difficult situation in Syria and all those people who are displaced due to the terrorism and the ISIS foreign state, we can unfortunately be really aware of the fact that maybe this another retaliation may potentially lead to, let's say, a renaissance of the foreign fighters movement, especially for those who were not yet decided to join. I'm very worried about that, as well as for basically not acknowledgement of the lesson learned from the past conflicts, especially the impacts of those prolonged conflict for civilians from both sides. But more importantly, we have to take into account that unfortunately, as this is going to be between 2 or 3 states,
Yes.
the refugees will travel across to Egypt, to Turkey, to United Arabs, and when unfortunately I will see here the most important stakeholders, which will be basically Arab states, Egypt, United Emirates, the Gulf states countries,